As we continuing with our daily devotion program, today we are going to read the scriptures from the book of Colossians, chapter 3. Actually, I'm not going to pass through the whole chapter. I will concentrate on some few areas, but in general, it seems like Paul was trying to instruct the church in Colossians on how Christian life should be like. He was trying to mention some things, good things that Christians should be doing, and bad things that Christians they shouldn't be doing. When we read from verse 1 to verse 4, Paul was saying, right, we should focus on Christ. We as a Christian, we should focus on Christ and things from above. We should focus on doing good things. And this reminds me of the story when we read that's found in the book of Acts chapter 11, verse 22 to verse 26, where the disciples of Jesus Christ were first called Christians. It amazes me when I come to find out like it's not the disciples they didn't call themselves Christians, but the Gentiles, the people around them. They were amazed on how these people, they branded themselves, how these people, they behaved. So they say, man, it seems like these people are, the way they behave, the way they interact each other, the way they conduct with other people, it seems like the way Jesus did. So they call them Christians. So I think this is a call for us Christians of today, in the church of today, that we should be living the life of Christ. So we can read from the verse 5 to verse 6, verse 5 to verse 6. Paul tries to mention some bad things that we as a Christian are not supposed to be doing, and few of them he mentioned about sexual immoralities, he mentioned about idolatry, greed, but in verse 6 he was also trying to remind the church that there is a wrath of God that is coming, so you have to consider on what you are doing, either it's good or bad. You should remember that there is a judgment day. There's a day where God will hold everyone accountable for his or her own deeds. But when we read in the verse 9, verse 10, it says like, seeing that you have put off the old self and put on the new self. I like this part. It says, and being renewed in knowledge. You see, this indicates that the transformation from being non-believer to being a believer, from living a sinful life to a holy life, it's not a thing that you can manage to do it in one day. It seems like this is a process, a thing that you need to be renewed every day. But also when you read in the verse 12 to verse 17, I think, Paul was calling the church to a holy lifestyle, that Christians should be consistent with a new identity now because they are born again. So they shouldn't be living like unbelievers. So he was asking the church to have that compassionate heart. When we read in the verse from verse 12 to verse 17, was calling the church to have the compassionate heart, Christians to have the compassionate heart, to be kind, to be patient, bearing with one another, forgiving with one another. He says, I like the verse 14, he says, I will quote from New King James Version, it says, above all things, put on love, because love is a bond of perfection. Also, this reminds me the day where Pharisees asked Jesus, said, hey man, what's the greatest law? He says, love God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your energy. Also, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So as I'm going to wind up, I can say as long as you're a Christian, you're a newborn Christian, you should, there's no turning back, man. After the day you make that decision of accepting Jesus as your Christ in the person Savior, there's no turning back. We have to keep on moving toward Christ. We have to keep on moving toward the cross until we meet him on that day. May God bless you. Amen.